Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is World of Warcraft pay to win? Now, pay to win games have become extremely popular in the last, 15 years, maybe 10 years. Probably extremely popular in the last few years. Basically, ever since video games were able to go online. And then there was opportunities for, battle passes and different things like that. Now, the question is World of Warcraft pay to win? And the reason that that's a question, now I know some of you might be thinking, well, it really isn't pay to win, or maybe it is pay to win. Some of you might think it's not worth a video. Some of you think it is. That's a good question, but there's a big factor in all of this that goes into if it's pay to win, and that is the shop, right? First, just to start things out, whenever a game has a shop, that's a red flag, right? That's a big deal. Now, if we were to kind of flip through the shop, what exactly do we find? Well, we find some subscription offers. You find some bundles, different things like that. You can buy mounts for real money as well. You can buy some transmogs as well. So I guess if the question is, so then when you see these transmogs, if you don't play WoW, they're just purely cosmetic. There isn't an ability to purchase in-game armor directly from the store, or purchase weapons directly from the store. You could purchase toys, which there's only one up right now, but you could purchase mounts, which all mounts more or less act the same. But then you can also purchase a WoW token. Now, if we do a quick little read here on what a WoW token is, essentially you can redeem it for 30 days of in-game time, right? So basically, the way it works is you can, in the game, purchase WoW tokens. If you have currently the estimated price is 313,000 gold. And then on the reverse side, you can purchase a WoW token, put it up into the auction house, and then sell it to another player for an estimated 313,000 for $20. And that, my friend, is what some people might consider the pay to win, because once you start getting into real in-game money in any game, there's a lot of gray area. The question is, what can you buy with in-game money, right? So that's a good question. Right now, I'm actually in front of the auction house. So let's say, I'm a priest. Let's say I wanted to purchase some armor. Like I was looking to, let's say I had a lot of money and I could buy lots of WoW tokens, right? And I had a lot of money, right? A lot of in-game money. You could go to the auction house and you could look at some armor, okay? So let's say, right, you can essentially equate real money into gold. So if you were to look at some armor, you go to cloth, right? Most people that don't play WoW, probably everybody, will look at this and not really know what's going on. Essentially, the price on the left, item levels over here. It's also in parentheses here. So 441 is really good. That's a really good piece. I'm currently 443. I also have a mythic score of 2600. So I'm a Keystone Master. So that's pretty good. That's pretty much top of the line. I think the highest you can possibly get is 447. I believe that's the highest. So 441 is not the top gear, but it's very, very good. And it's going for 220,000. You've seen earlier a WoW token is something like 320,000 or something like that. So this can more or less get you, hypothetically, we could say 2 pieces right here, right? So that's pretty good. You get $20, you get 2 pieces. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. One, I think there's 16 or so slots, right? There's hands, waist, pants, boots, rings, and stuff like that. And there's only 2 items. There's a wrist and there's a shoulder that's 441. And then the same ones are 428, 415. So you don't get anything different till you get to 415 in shoes. And 415 is also not bad, but that's really not that great. And it's really, really, really expensive. And that's really the gist of all the cloth. So you could, right, get some pieces of gear in game through the auction house with purchasing real money, and then get yourself some pretty good armor. But it's only 2 out of 16 pieces, right? So you have to go get those other 14 cloth pieces. That's an issue there. You can look at like a neck piece. There's simply just nothing available for the neck that's worth anything. You could look at fingers. There's a couple finger slots. There's nothing here either. You could look at trinkets. There's 2 trinket slots. There's nothing here either that's worth, anything. Really anything over, 440 is like top of the line, but these aren't even 400. So then if WoW were pay to win, I would say that the armor would need to be readily available in the auction house for you to purchase with the money that you essentially purchase with real money through the shop. So I would say in terms of purchasing armor for yourself, which I think that's probably the most important thing with pay to win, right, is armor. So you can't purchase it from the in-game store. You could purchase it through the auction house, but there's really not a ton of it readily available. And like I was saying with the cloth, you could get, if on average you got 2 pieces for $20 and it takes like 16 to fill your guy, that's that's a lot of money. It's not like an insane amount of money, right? But it's a lot more than I think most people would want to spend on a video game. So that's kind of in regards to like gear, if WoW would be pay to win. Now there is something within WoW that could get you this gear and you pay real money for. And it's you essentially pay to get carried. You can Google, carries, WoW carry or something like that. And you can pay somebody real money to, carry you through high level mythics and get you really good gear. The issue with that is, by all accounts in World of Warcraft, it is in fact against the terms of use. So you can report group. You could do inappropriate communication, advertisement, or something like that for advertising those types of groups. Now, I don't know if WoW cracks down on these type of things, but I would like to think they do, and you can report them and so on and so forth. I'm not sure how much it costs to get carried. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a lot. 50, 60, $80 to get maybe a couple pieces. So I personally don't think it's, worth the money. That would be the true, pay to win, right? But World of Warcraft doesn't really support that. They don't have that as an in-game or in-shop option. And by all accounts, it's just simply not really a option, basically. So that's kind of, and the same goes for PvP as well. So if you were looking for someone to carry you through arenas to get you really good PvP gear, that's also available. Once again, I believe that's against the policy, but it is available. With that being said, World of Warcraft, and maybe some will find it debatable. This is my personal opinion here. I believe that if you had just decked out 447 mythic, highest level mythic gear across the board, and you wanted to heal, tank, or damage, really high level mythics, and you don't know the fights, and you don't play, and you just pay, do the pay to win kind of strategy, I don't think you're going to win. I think it's going to be tough without knowing the battles and stuff. Now, PvP is a little different because you could, you are significantly better with gear, but everybody can pretty easily get all of the highest level PvP gear that's available. So in that regard, I think that's a little debatable too. If we swing on over to the PvP vendor, you'll see that there's an honor vendor who sells, you can see the increased item level to 437 in arenas and battlegrounds. And then the conquest guy sells increase item level to 450. And it's not incredibly difficult to get this. So people that play PvP, if they have all honor, they're 437. If they have all conquest, they're 450. And that's it. So somebody could have all item level or PvP item level at 450, and they might not be all that good. I know I've had item level 450 here, item level, and I was doing arenas and such, and I wasn't like pushing 2.2 or 2.3 or gladiator or anything like that. I was struggling. It's not easy learning those type of things. So I think that WoW, you could argue WoW is pay to look good. I think that you could make an argument. I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, some of these mounts are phenomenal. I mean, I even bought Squeakers, this little mouse guy. I mean, I hate to feed the machine, right? But he's adorable. He's a little, I guess I gotta be outside, but he's a little mouse, and he has like this little hat, and I mean, look at this guy. And then he can fly, which is cool. I mean, he's very mythical. He's a very mythical guy. So I think you could make the argument that World of Warcraft is pay to look good. With that being said, I actually think my current attire that I have on right now looks pretty good. And this is all mythic gear, which I earned. Yeah, so I think, it's subjective whether you think the stuff that's in the shop looks better than the stuff that's actually like earned in the game. Debatable. But I would venture to say World of Warcraft is not currently pay to win. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. I know that some people will disagree. Some people, like I said in the beginning of the video, are going to think that why is he even making a video? Because it's so silly. It's not pay to win. But nowadays, with so many people claiming this or that game's pay to win, is this game pay to win? You look at, Black Desert, you look at some of the other MMOs running around, and they could be considered pay to win, right? So keeping my opinions here, and just let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching. I just wanted to kind of make a quick video on this, and I'll see you guys next time.